I'm about to show you guys right now what it was like for me before I knew how to optimize my loadout in arcraiders. Check this out. Okay bro, I've had enough of this. Welcome to my latest video on arcraiders. I am going to show you guys exactly what I use as a low risk, high reward, incredible kit that's going to get you guys out of raids and get you back into the next one for a little under 27k-ish. So let's get right into it. Alright guys, for this loadout, I'm going to use the Looting Mark II and a light shield. And the reason for that is because the Looting Mark II kit has plenty of space. On top of that, it's available to everybody at Gear Bench level 2. No blueprint required, so it's super accessible, and that's one thing that we need to have. Especially for those individuals who are doing the expedition, it just makes sense. And the light shield itself is actually super light. And no, I'm not just talking about cost. I'm also talking about the fact that your weight has a very heavy impact with how you move around the map. And then you have your medium shield. So if you compare the stats right here, you get a 2.5% damage mitigation, but a 5% movement penalty, and 2 more grams of weight to carry around at an exponential higher cost. So me personally, when I'm just going for loot runs, the light shield is the obvious choice. Alright, so now we're going to talk about what goes in my quick use slots. So typically what I'll put here is a herbal bandage, a shield recharger, a med syringe, and on top of that, most importantly, my smoke grenades. And since we're on that topic of talking about smoke grenades, let me just go ahead and show you here. So in this case, I tried talking to the guy to see if he was friendly. He wasn't, but it wasn't a big deal because I had smoke grenades, and I knew that with the new change to the hatch key, I could just plop this bad boy down and get out. So that's what I did. And so I will say that that is the sole reason that I was able to get out here and head back to Speranza. Now, smoke grenades aren't just for other players that aren't friendly. It's also for situations like this, where this definitely could have been avoided if I just had a smoke grenade in the first place. Trust me, I was very upset here. Now, on to the rest of the quick use slots. I like to use the herbal bandage because I feel like it's a solid middle ground between something like a Vita shot or a sterilized bandage and a regular bandage. Now, you'll see that I went ahead and put 5 extra bandages at the bottom, and that's because sometimes you'll fall from a certain distance and you don't want to use a full herbal bandage or a Vita shot or whatever you have. So it just makes sense to quickly swap from a bandage to an herbal bandage or vice versa to use whatever appropriate health that you need. And it's super cheap. 1 durable cloth and 1 great mullen. The great mullen you can easily find at the Galleria Mall or really anywhere on any map. And then you find the durable cloth in your refinery, you just simply craft it. And one more important note on that, you can also buy great mullen from Celeste. And the shield rechargers I feel like speak for themselves. They're super cheap as well as the stem shots. Now on to everybody's favorite part, the gun. This is the kit that I like to run. I like to run a stable stock 2 or 1, extended light mag 2, an angled grip, and a compensator. This is all super simple stuff, and basically it boils down to preference. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that this is the best one to use or this one isn't, because it's all based on what you're the most comfortable with. And obviously the gun that I'm using here is the kettle. I've got it on the screen here, and I'm showing you how much it costs to upgrade it to each level. And obviously you can see here it's super cheap, and that's really important to know because as you go into these raids, you have to understand that you're not going to lose your entire stash value by dying. It's not the biggest deal in the world, and oftentimes you're only going to profit by running this 27k-ish kit. Now, I'm going to go ahead and be honest with you and level with you. The question you're probably asking is, well, how capable is the kettle against all of these arc? Now, I'm not saying you need to go and fight a Bastion or even a Rocketeer with this thing, but dealing with Wasp and Hornets, it's not the biggest deal, and it's super easy. All you gotta do is just spray the Wasp however you want, and then for the Hornets, just shoot the 2 back rotors, and honestly, they'll just fall, and you can get away. And honestly, that's exactly why I recommend bringing only 200 rounds of ammo, just 2 stacks of light ammo, because all you're gonna do is take things that you get from either cabinets or wherever you're looting, and just replace the ammo with whatever it was. In this case, I replace a statue, and that's obviously instant profit. This goes without being said, but I'm gonna say it anyways. This is absolutely 100% not the foolproof solution. This gun, this kit, it's what I like to use, it's cheap, and it's definitely reliable, and I know that'll work for you guys too. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna use other guns, just like you are. But just know, if it comes down to the wire and you're starting to look a little broke, trust me on this. Bring out the loadout that we went over today in arcraiders. Thank you guys for everything. I appreciate you guys watching. If you made it this far, please consider leaving a like, comment, and maybe even subscribing, because man, you don't know how much that helps me. I appreciate y'all, and I'll see you topside.